Hey everyone. Revelation 2 1 through 7 says, "To the angel of the church of Ephesus write, These things says he who holds the 7 stars in his right hand, who walks in the midst of the 7 golden lampstands. I know your works, your labor, your patience, and that you cannot bear those who are evil. And you have tested those who say they are apostles and are not, and have found them liars. And you have persevered and have patience and have labored for my name's sake and have not become weary. Nevertheless, I have this against you, that you have left your first love. Remember, therefore, from where you have fallen, repent and do the first works, or else I will come to you quickly and remove your lampstand from its place, unless you repent. But this you have, that you hate the deeds of the Nicolaitans, which I also hate. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To him who overcomes, I will give to eat from the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of God." Listen, verse 1 has already been explained in previous videos of chapter 1 of Revelation. Go check them out if you haven't already. So, now, in the time and culture of John, Ephesus was the most important city in Asia Minor, where the center of popular worship revolved around the goddess of fertility, Artemis, also known as Diana. Ephesus was a strategic commercial center and a great seaport. So this is like New York or Shanghai in our current time. Big, huge commercial and seaports, and yeah. So Paul spent almost 3 years establishing the church in Ephesus. But now Christ is speaking directly to the church beginning in verse 2, and Ephesus was known for their labor, patience, tolerance of those who were evil, and recognized false apostles. But Christ found one thing against them. They left their first love. See, in Matthew 22:37 through 38, Jesus says, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment." They left their relationship for religion. Isn't that obvious in our current time and culture? In the book of Ephesians, Paul commended them for the love that they had, but also encouraged them to grow in that first love. But a generation later, Christ is telling them in Revelation that they failed to keep the first and greatest commandment. And he's telling them to repent, to change their thinking and behavior, or else he will remove their lampstand. In other words, they've already have their wedding invitation, but he'll remove their seats at the marriage supper. The message is the same for our current times. Salvation keeps us from the lake of fire, but religion without the first love will keep us from the dinner table with the Father and Son. Now, even if the Ephesian church did not love as it should have, at least Christ was giving them credit for hating the deeds of the Nicolaitans, which he also hated. The Nicolaitans were a heretical group that troubled the churches in Ephesus and Pergamos, teaching and practicing immoral and idolatrous ideology. So in our modern culture, the Nicolaitans could be the Luciferians, if that kind of gives you an idea. Ephesians and any religious person who overcomes, who repents, will eat from the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of God. In other words, they will receive the reward of a renewed, close, everlasting seat at the table in paradise. This relationship will be like the relationship Adam and Eve had before the fall. Paradise is where Jesus told the believing thief he would go after his death on the cross, which is referenced in Luke 23:43. So today we can take away that a relationship with Jesus Christ, following the first and greatest commandment to love the Lord our God with all our heart, soul, and mind, is more important than any religious act we can labor in. So during the tribulation times, all who worship any kind of religion will fall under this loveless church. Any kind of religion. Anything that takes you away from Jesus Christ and having a relationship with Him. Anything that takes you away from Him. Anything that has dogma, rituals, rules to follow. Even hating the opposition of what they believe. They will belong to the loveless church because they don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ. So, anything that takes you away from Jesus, that's dangerous. Period. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I love each and every one of you. Have a great day full of blessings, and I'll see you in the next video. Y'all have a great day.